Hello, everyone. I'm Gian, and this is Blvck Makerspace interview with artists and creators. In this show, we talk about everything and anything art and crypto in the NFT scene with artists and creators alike. So, my guest today is Julian O'Hayon. He is the creator and the founder of Black Paris, and yeah, his work has been featured in the likes of Vogue, GQ, Creep Hills, and Hypebeast. So, hey Julian, how are you doing, man?
Hi, I'm very good. Thank you. And you?
I'm good. I'm really grateful to have this opportunity to talk with you. Really impressed with this drop that we're gonna have. So I would like to hear from you a little bit of your background before we jump straight into it. What have you done coming prior to your debut in the NFT space?
Okay, perfect. So a bit to sum up about myself. So actually, I was always into the digital sphere because I started very young to study technology, to study developing code. When I was 14, I was already making like a website in. At the beginning of the website, it was very basic. It was more like PHP, HTML, SQL, CSS. So it was very rough, and I was into it. I was starting to develop. Then I launched when I was 18 my agency Encore, which was doing branding development. But what I really liked, it was the design part of it, and I was actually the designer, even though I had developers working with me. In the same time, I studied engineering, and I studied this after moving from Paris in Brussels. And 4 years ago, I founded Blvck after this agency, Black Paris, which is today a lifestyle brand, which is very present in a lot of various countries. For example, we are opening this week 2 new stores in Tokyo. We opened in Taiwan two stores, and there is 2 more coming this year. We opened in Miami a new store, and so we are very increasing the reach of Blvck. But the digital aspect of it is something that I was really into it. So for example, we launched like a lot of icons, themes, and a lot of digital products. With Blvck. We started like 2 years ago, even like a keyboard when you can have all your emojis in black that went completely viral. And so then that is most of it, my background about the technology and how I came up with Blvck in a few words,
No, that's perfect. Yes. So like, other than your background, I also want to know like what's the creative vision for this next stop that we have coming here, and it's going to be releasing very very soon, 1 hour and 20 minutes. Are you nervous, man?
So sorry.
Are you nervous? It's very soon.
No. Yeah, it's very soon. No, what's gonna happen, but I'm very excited actually about it. We already dropped Dark Mode 1 on Makerspace, and actually it was a big success. It sold out in like 2-3 minutes, and actually the creative aspect of it. So just to get back to this, I was more like into my skills was a lot of like 2D. Like a few years ago, I was doing a lot of design of anything, basically. Like I designed website, I designed applications, I designed stores, products, clothing, etc. And the 3D, I started with Blender about 2 years ago. Started to work on it very, very hard because I needed actually for product visualization, prototyping, even the store, to create the store, I needed to do the 3D. And so I was as well very into creating wallpapers for Blvck, for the community. And then with the NFT coming up, I started to develop more my skills of 3D to actually all the imagination, the creativity I had that was like not possible to do on a not 3D aspect. I succeeded to do it and to express my creativity with it. So actually the inspiration that I got to do this dark mode O2. It's mainly for the previous collection that I did, but mainly because of all the experience that got me into this point, you know. So for example, we release we are building right now in Marbella a black villa where we're going to work, and it's something that actually I started to create 1 year ago, and it really take a lot of incremental steps to make it into this. And then for this drop, I decided to take this work that I did for this artwork and to extend it to something a bit more like fantasist, you know, a bit more unrealistic, to make something more wow into this drop. So actually the drop, it's something that I worked for a few months on it. I did everything myself, from the music to the creativity aspect of it to the animation, etc. And yes, I'm very excited about this drop.
Oh, I'm excited as well. So one thing that I really liked when I was reading about the brand and everything was that we have a similar philosophy, right? We build around communities. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about the process of creating and growing this community?
So actually, I started to grow Blvck about 4 years ago, 3 years ago on Instagram. And actually what got me into this point was that, first of all, I was very consistent to the aesthetic. So you have to know that Blvck is built on an aesthetic aspect, you know, of the brand. It means that we didn't reach them by developing a platform, a solution, or something like that. In the very beginning, before even that we make any product, it was a page that was only about posting a Black aesthetic lifestyle, you know. So it was like, for example, a black ice cream, a black. So and I was doing as well a lot of products exclusive with brands, you know, but as Julian O'Hayon, not as Blvck. For example, with McDonald's, Coca-Cola, it was an all black menu and stuff like this that went completely viral. And that's how I started to build Blvck on it, you know. After that, I was I'm very into the branding, so for me it was important to have the Blvck handle on Instagram, to have blvck.com, and to have something very consistent, because we saw a lot, and today as well, a lot of people of brand are trying to copy all the concept of the brand. So it was very important for us to do all the trademark, all the branding aspect of it as well. And then progressively, based on what people really liked, I started to make it happen and to make some exclusive products, like, for example, a black notebook where you can write on it with a magic pen, or some black skin to put on your laptop to black it out. Now we are even working on some extension of this, because we started with the products, but now actually today we are working on a lot of different fields. For example, we are doing real estate. We are working as well on some food. So, for example, the fast food artwork that has been released in the previous collection, it's actually a model of this one exactly. It's actually something that we are working on to make it to make a real chain of fast food. It takes time because of all the license and licensing fee, etc. But the first one is set to happen in Japan, and the second one in Taiwan. And then we want to explore the US with the fast food. So basically the concept behind this is to make a designer fast food. So everything is about the aesthetic, about the taste as well, of course. But we want to play with the taste and to mix it with the aesthetics to offer a very special and different experience that you cannot see elsewhere.
Oh, that's amazing. So this is a plan that's going to come to fruition now.
This is like a real store that actually we already have 2 stores in this mall in Tokyo. And yes, and this one, it's like actually I did it myself, the 3D based on the photo of the real building. And in this area, I put the black fast food that was supposed to happen in this specific space. But actually, we're going to change this space because it's not fit for this occasion. It was too short. The contract was too short term. So we are going to make it in other place in Tokyo.
Amazing, regardless. Wow, yeah, this is really cool.
Thanks.
I thought it was just a cool concept, but it's amazing that it's actually going to be a real place. I love
Even
that.
the villa actually that you saw here, it's, as I said before, a villa that we are actually going to be real. We are building it right now. It's just not going to be on a cliff like this with a ghost pianist and stuff like this, but it's going to be in the same spirit.
That's really, really cool. So on the technical aspect of like producing this, because you do all the 3D stuff and the rendering, how long does it take for you to make each piece?
So actually, it depends really, because for me, to be honest, the most complicated task, it's more like the creativity before you actually achieve the final artwork. So in my process, how I do, it's a lot of brainstorming. It's a lot of because a lot of ideas that actually I made here already was like in process somewhere in my mind. I wanted to do it, and it evolved. It took some time to become like this. And then when I start to actually make the 3D artwork, like with Blender and everything, then it doesn't take me a lot of time at the beginning to have the first draft. But after that, it's a lot of fine tuning, at the end to make it perfect, to go into the detail, to add some, to add more fog effect, to add more mood, etc. And at the very end, when I finalized the artwork, I go on the music production aspect of it. And this, I really like to play piano. So a lot of artwork, you can actually experience a lot of songs that are me playing in the piano in the background. And the other one, it's more like a beat, because it's what I like and what I already do, So it's like a beats that are more like hip hop and more like modern, And I try to mix these two universes to make it from one end melancholic and dark, and the other end I don't want to make it too gothic and too niche, So I try to make it more hip hop, more modern, So I would say, just to give you a number, if you think about an artwork, it depends, but it usually takes between a week, let's say, and a month, or months, I would say, roughly.
Amazing, considering that you do everything and the music as well. That's great, really.
Thanks.
So usually I like to ask people about their color palette, their choices in regards to that, but here it's really obvious.
Pretty obvious, yeah. No, but actually I can add some more detail. It's just like what I like to do. It's actually when you do an artwork in black, and I know it because I've been doing it for 4 years. Even with Photoshop, it works the same. Is that first of all, you cannot do just black and white everything, because otherwise it will just look like a monochromatic photo, like a pure black and white photo, and it looks not make the black pop up, So what I do is that in the first stage, I try to obviously choose the subject, etc. But once I have my environment, what I like to do is to make some subtle lights, subtle colors pop up. So for example, you will see in this one less, but usually you can see, for example, there is some yellow light somewhere. There is some on the skull, for example, there is a little bit of colors on the flowers on the skull. There is always very subtle, like this. It's very subtle, but I like to add some lights, first of all, to make it look a bit more like real, in some way. And in other step, I like to make it a bit cold, So I add a blue tint, very subtle blue tint on my artworks. And I've been doing this for a long time because I like to be consistent with the branding, to make it look a bit more cold and a bit more dark and real too. Because if it's just purely black and white, again, you will not really see the difference, between the black and white photo and Black Paris photo.
I see. Really cool. Do you have a specific or a group of specific tones of black that you like best?
So usually, for example, on the products, since it's very difficult to offer a lot of different SKUs when you do only black, we like to play with the texture, you know. So most of all, on the artwork, it will reflect by the way the lightning expose the subject. So, for example, in this case, the skull is metallic. Metallic, it's more like a satin kind of texture, which is just between glossy and matte, you know. So that will make slightly the light go off. For example, on the giraffe is more matte, the racing car is more glossy. So I really like to play more with the texture than with the colors. And obviously, I like to put sometimes some white and gray, because if everything is black, it will not pop up too much, you know. So, but I add as well some purple, but it's very, 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 very subtle, you know, because like you can see in the racing here in the sky, to make it not to make a bit. Well, here you can see it's a little of sunset, but I like to make it very pastel tone, so something not too much electric, but more faded.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Oh, the banana.
Yeah,
I love
the
that.
banana is yellow, but because a black banana, it's just something people will not recognize. As far it's like, for example, when I did the fast food, a lot of people was saying like, why the French fries are not black? You know, it's something you can. And actually, in the fast food, you can choose whether you want your French fries black or yellow. It just sometimes black is good for the packaging, but for the subject itself, it should be an option, I would say, you know.
That makes sense.
Because I want to reach. I have a big ambition with the project, and I want to reach a bigger audience than just people that really, really into the only black color. So black is just like the thematic, the theme of the brand.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. So the community wants to know if you have any future plans to create ER overlays for ERL locations.
So, sorry, what did you say? To create augmented reality?
Yes.
So yes, actually, we already worked on that. We already released some ER of our products, but it was not in a NFT point of view. Really, it was before that. But we didn't actually started to work on it more since then. And it was only available via the website when you go to a product to see it actually in real in your place, you know. But actually, we are discussing as well on the other side. We are discussing with a big marketplace. I'm not sure, just I can say the name yet of it, because it's very the beginning. We started to discuss actually this week with them, and it's to make ER available product clothing, you know, in their marketplace, and it's something that is currently in the process. Yes, so I would say that before maybe end of year it will be implemented, depending how it goes.
There you go. You want that, and it's already in the works.
Yeah. We have a lot of stuff in the work actually, because we try to
very clearly a lot. You are like opening a bunch of stores, like trying different stuff, releasing this, and working on a bunch of other. It's really great, man.
Thank you. NFT is something I really, really, really love, and that really speak to me, since, as I told you, I was always a geek behind my laptop, working, designing, and stuff like this. And when I saw this going viral, it was something that spoke to me straight away. Even though I was doing that in a way, but I was doing it with other products. So, for example, as I told you, something that went viral that we did, it's to have all a theme for iPhone, you know, for icons, to get all the icons in black like this, and all the theme. And we sold, it was, I'm not sure in terms of amount, but we did a few millions just of the icons, because it was so viral. And we developed a lot of digital products like this that are like even wallpapers, theme for a lot of different products, emojis, and some application for iOS as well, stickers and stuff like this. And it was always kind of not like the NFT, but it was in a way a product like this, in a way that it was based on the aesthetic, on the fact that you can use it on your phone, etc. And so that's something that actually I love it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I see. So where did you drew inspiration for the racing NFTs?
So for the racing NFT, because actually it came. So actually, this idea evolved a bit, So now I'm actually studying Unity. So because I'm just passionate about what I do, so I wanted to have some game development skills. So I was studying Unity and I got into it. And then I thought to myself, why not to actually make NFT that is purely on the game aesthetic based, but without all the constraint of Unity, because when you develop a game, you have a lot of constraint. You cannot do a very high quality HDRI. You cannot do all the dynamics you want. You have to respect the physics of Unity. It's just when I designed it, the game that I wanted to make just to learn it. I designed it actually in 3D first, because there I'm like unlimited. And so and then I thought about it, and I wanted a way to explore the universe of Black, but more complex, a bit more long, than just a fixed looping artwork like I did with the others. So for me, this one actually, the Black Racing, it's actually an NFT that combined a lot of the previous experience that I offered with Black. For example, you can see the Black Land, which is an extension of the previous artwork, which people loved it a lot. So you can see this, you can see the skull as well that will be represented in the Black Racing, because you have to collect the skulls. You can see in the space, we did the NFT space. So then I did a new universe, Black Space. So actually, just to sum up this Black Racing NFTs, there is 4 of them. There is 3 settings. So the first setting is Black Space, Black City, and Black Land. And all of those are a bit an extension of what we already offer of Black, whether it's on Instagram, in experience in an event, or whatever, or NFT. And then you have the bonus. And the bonus combined those 3 artworks, and you can actually get the bonus for free, for $1, if you only for the collector that collected the 3 main levels, So
okay. So this is for people who unlock the 3 levels.
Exactly.
Really
this
cool.
one, it's a more like aesthetics, even racing one than the others, in the way that it's more the vibe of Black. It combined all of them. The camera movement is much different, less linear, more based on the aesthetics. This one is, for example, just a Black City. It's a regular, let's say, regular Black racing level. And then you have the Black bonus. And the Black bonus regroup them with this camera effect, this more vibe, to it, to make it more like a bonus kind of level.
Okay, it's really cool how
it's this one, the bonus,
integrate one into the other. That's really, really cool. How they have aspects of each other.
And a lot of my inspiration. Okay, go on.
Go ahead. Sorry. No, go ahead.
I was to say that a lot of my inspiration comes as well for example, for the Black Villa. I went to Greece recently, and I stayed on a villa that was actually just on a cliff. So you get this amazing view only on the beach, a perfect line, like this. And that's me actually, that trip inspired me a lot to develop the Black Villa. And I like as well all this moody, dark vibe you can see in on movies, Tim Burton movies, and like this. Even it could be even Harry Potter and stuff like this. So it's something that actually inspire me as well to put in my daily work.
Amazing. And considering that you're trying to learn Unity, so maybe in the future a Black game is not far-fetched.
Yeah, definitely. We are actually looking for developers, game developers right now. It's just me when I launch something, I don't like to just hire a company and do it for me. I like to first study the field, so I know what we can do, what we cannot do. And then based on that, I'd like to extrapolate and then to hire some developers internally, to develop it, so that I know how it's going to. I can do like some planning and I can have a vision on it. I hate to do something but not have any clue, any idea how it works, just to hire a company to do something.
Okay, that makes sense. Really cool. So you can always engage with the project while it's ongoing.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. But I like to keep the design aspect of it. So I like to design it myself, kind of way, the most of it. And so I have because for me, the design, the marketing, the experience, the user experience is the most important aspect of any project. And then when you succeed to do a very great user experience, then you can focus on the development. And so you don't do a lot of testing, looping of the product, and you start straight with a good product that you can actually really try on the market. And then based on that, you will get user feedback and you can improve based on that. But the experience for me, it's the number one priority.
I really like that, because I feel like that's probably one of the drives for this like cohesive, coherent style. And to maintain this, if you're just not careful enough, it's tough, right? So the fact that you're always engaging with every single product, it guarantees that the vision is aligned. It's really cool.
Yeah, exactly. And I like as well to ask for feedback, for example, on Instagram, with doing a lot of, for example, if you want to, I don't know, test a price of a product that we didn't launch yet, we haven't launched yet, then we will do like a little survey on the stories to interact with the user, so it's fun as well. Or we'll say like, guess the price, and you will win one, guess the price correctly, etc. And so that people can interact with us, feel a part, and us, we can get the feedback of what the community will actually want to have, So a lot of our products, like for example, the cards game we did or stuff like this, actually I can show you just here. Let me grab it. So a lot of the product we did.
In real life, yeah.
Yeah. So it's all in the experience in the packaging. For example, so just to show you one, the champagne, when you open it, you have a Black Paris champagne that comes with a saber to open it. Okay. Here we have the notebook, all black, and you can write on it. This one is empty actually, but you have a magic pen to write on it, And so we have a lot of cool products. This one is one of the best sellers actually. And we have a lot of products like this that are here, basketball in black, a lot of collection of plush, teddy bear, etc. And actually, I wanted to add as well that I didn't say it yet, but a lot of the products, all the fixed edition and the auctions that you can actually get as NFT is linked to a very, very limited product, that is linked with a QR code. And actually, I can show you just quickly one here that was for the previous collection. Like for example, this one, it came with the baby tiger, previous artwork for dark mode 1, Here you have the 1 of 10. You can see it here with the QR code that links. And that's a baby tiger that has been never sold before. But for example, we have the teddy bear, which is another one, but this one is like, no, this one is the monkey. Sorry, it's another one. It's the monkey. And but these ones are the one that we sell on the website, this one. But the baby tiger, like the teddy bear, but the baby tiger is an exclusivity only for dark mode 1. And we did one with the giraffe for dark mode 2. We did as well with a very good experience. You get a huge box with black roses inside, with a personal note that I wrote myself. With, for example, with the villa, you get like a huge box with, you get like a bathrobe, you know, and a lot of home products, because we are developing right now a black home collection. It's already on, but we are increasing the amount of product we do for black home. And it's something that comes with the black villa artwork. And with the skull, it's a limited hoodie, Black Paris hoodie, signed, that is only for this drop. So it's a one of, no, this one is a one of one actually. Yeah. So it depends whether it's 1 of 10 or 1 of 1, but it all goes with this cachet, Black Paris cachet, and signatures on it.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Amazing perk for whoever gets to purchase those pieces. That's amazing. I want to see pictures of it. I want the people who get it to actually share it.
Maybe I can show you some picture of. Yeah, if I find it on my phone, but I can definitely show you some pictures. Some people send already some photo of the product that they receive. Some collectors send us some photos of the product that they received. And actually, I asked to Steffi, she works with me, to send it, and I will show you soon what the collector sent us.
Oh, perfect! That's perfect. Do you actually only wear black?
Yeah, I do actually. I have actually. She's very quick. But yes, I wear only black, but sometimes I wear white because I as well have a brand White Paris, you know. But black remain the main look. So for example, I'm not sure if you can see it like this.
Oh yes, I can.
Yeah. So that was the with a little note like this. Yeah, so that was one of the collector that sent us this. So they were actually very happy with the overall experience, and as well it come as well fast, you know. Because we used to develop products, etc. We have our own warehouse, everything. So, and we ship worldwide, so there is no problem with this. Because I heard that a lot of problems that there is in the NFT when you actually link some products. The logistics always takes like 5-6 months, and then you forget about it, etc. Us, it's very quick. This one comes in 3 weeks, and it was produced on demand just for the collectors. So for us, it makes total sense, and that's in this direction that actually I want to evolve this NFT, and I want to link it more to actually very limited products. So we are already working on some new collection that will be actually, I will not reveal it now, but it's gonna be like not dark mode series. Dark mode series, I want to keep it like limited, so we're not going to drop it every month. Now we just started, so we want to make 2-3 dark modes, but we want to make it very, very limited. But on the side, we want to do as well some off collection, and that always go with some products, you know, some physical products that is actually you can prove that you are the owner or whatever, because it's linked. This one is linked to the blockchain, to the NFT.
Yeah. I hope they get the clue and actually put a dark mode on Makerspace. Do you use all your websites in dark mode?
Do I use my website in dark mode?
Yeah.
Do I use my website? Actually, with Chrome, it's already dark. So, I mean, the tabs are already black with Chrome, and I use Chrome. So for me, no. But my phone is in dark mode, as you saw. My MacBook, I cannot show you because it's where I'm. But it's blacked already, and everything. My case, of course. This is a collaboration that we did with Castify, for example. So with the monogram is something that we like to, I don't know if you can see it like this. We like to add, for example, the racing car is as well monogrammed. It's something that we make to make it more personal, you know, because if everything is black, then there is no real branding, you know, there is no real identity, personality. And look, that's the bathrobe, and this one actually on the left that you can see, and as well the slippers. I think the slippers as well. I have to check with the team that are going to be in the black villa box that you receive for the lucky winner. And but this one is actually going to be another version, which with the your name on it, in the back, and with the QR code, 1 of 1, etc.
Wow, amazing perks right there, and it's nice that you can actually see what you're gonna get. That's really, really cool.
Here you can see, but most of them actually the time that we start first to do the NFT, the artworks, and after that, in the same time, we try to come up with some ideas of products that we can pair to the NFTs. But the time that we make it, we have to do the prototyping. Then we change something, we change again, etc. So usually we don't have the final products until the drop. It come. So now we just finished actually the giraffe for the. I don't have. Maybe I have picture, but maybe I will not. I don't know if I'm supposed to show it yet. But we have the giraffe that is done, but honestly, it has been done. It has been finalized really 2 days ago, so we didn't have time to put it on the marketing and etc. But we want maybe definitely for the next drop to market more the products that come with it. It's just that with the NFT, it's something more fast like this. You have to be on the way. So, but anyway, after people actually get the NFTs, and for the dark mode one, for example, they collect it, but most of them didn't know actually that some products, limited products, came with it. So that's definitely something that we want to implement to communicate better about.
That makes sense, yeah, of course. But I mean, it must have been a nice surprise. I wouldn't be mad at all. Like, you already bought like an amazing NFT, and then like, hey, listen, you got this bunch of free gifts. It's great.
Yeah, for sure.
So go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Someone from the community wants to know if you would like to collaborate with another artist, and who would that be?
Like around the NFTs?
It could be in the NFT space. You choose how you're gonna take this one. It could be outside as well. It's okay.
Okay. So I would definitely love to. I'm definitely open for some collaboration. Just if you're looking for some names, honestly, I cannot tell you which I want to collaborate. It really needs more discussion to see a bit what can be done, etc., and the vision, But for me, collaboration is definitely something that I am willing to do. I was actually already discussing with some people to do some collaboration. And actually, but that's not an artist. That's a big organization that contacted me that I cannot tell here because it's still actually because of Dark Mode 2 on Marketplace. We got some reach, so we got contacted. So the collaboration is something that I definitely want to do. But in my first idea of a collaboration, I wanted to do it more with like another brand, but another brand that you cannot actually see in black usually. I like to make something in the black DNA, but that is usually you cannot see it really in a black version. It will not make sense, for example, to make a PlayStation that is already black to make it in black. But in this case, the PS5 is actually black this time. No, it's actually white this time, so it will make sense. But what I'm saying is that it really depends on the vibe.
Of course, yeah, of course. But I can't believe you guys made cutlery.
We make it's just the beginning. We make everything in black.
It's just great to see like things you never expected.
Even the condoms there.
Yes.
Yeah,
When I was seeing this earlier, I almost bought before the interview. Actually, I love this.
yeah, people love these ones.
Yeah, I imagine. Oh, it comes
Actually,
with
this,
dice as well.
yeah, it come with dice in a nice packaging. I can show you here. Actually, I have it just there.
Oh my god, it's gonna make me buy it. Oh no.
And no, I don't find it right now. I think it's upstairs, unfortunately,
It's okay, no worries, man.
to show you the packaging. But
It's
yes, it comes.
beautiful.
The packaging is something actually we work on it very much. We give a lot of importance. Sometimes the packaging is even more important than the product itself when it's a very, very like generic product, you know. So we are all about the experience.
Yeah, I mean, you guys also have a very minimalistic approach, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like this packaging really like tells this whole story of like being elegant, being well done, and being minimalist. It's really cool. A rubber duck, because why not?
Yeah. Sure, I will send you one after the interview.
Oh my god! No, you can't do that. I'm already gonna get the cards.
But no, rubber duck is something that I like to when I work. It's something that actually developer use a lot to just debug or stuff like this, even designer. Just to when you lack of inspiration, you put it on your office and you just talk to him, you know, talk to the duck to ask your ideas, and then you.
Oh, of course. That
Yeah,
gives you ideas. I saw something else here on Instagram as well. I want to know if that's a product. I saw Rubik's Cube.
yeah, we have it. It's just here. This one I can show you. It's actually just here.
I literally just bought a Rubik's Cube and now I want another one. This is
Yeah, it's. I learned to do. I learned to do Rubik's cube just to do this video actually.
This is another one. It's like it's so iconic because the colors, like as much as the rubber duck, right? And then you found this magic that is, it's iconic because of the colors. We're gonna turn it black, and it's gonna be super iconic anyway.
No, that's actually a big aspect of the brand is that you cannot do everything is black. You can do everything is black actually. It's, for me, black is the color that will last the longest. I mean, in a way that it's something that you will not get bored of it. You know, if you buy like a black shirt, or if you buy like a, I don't know, yellow, blue, green shirt, from time to time, the yellow, the blue, the green, it's something that you will say, no, I don't want it anymore. I put it too much, etc. A black one, something that is for life, you know. So for me, that's why black would not have worked in if it was yellow or another color. I'm sure of it. It's because of the fact that it's actually the fashion color, the luxurious color. It's something that lasts, you know. But what I wanted to say more is that you cannot do everything. Everything will look good in black, but everything cannot look epic in black. In a way of you have to find a balance, because there is a lot of products that only exist in black. So if you just do it in black, it would just not be the same, you know. Rubik's Cube, though, it's not in black. So then you have this iconic aspect. Cards game, the same. Notebook, the same. You know, it's very some niche kind of product that then in black it will look like, wow, it's epic, it's different.
And that's fantastic, of course. Someone wants to know if you ever concerned and if you guys have to take any measures during production in regards to like real life phenomenons affecting the product differently because it's black. For example, a black shirt, of course, it gets hotter, right? If you go outside in the sun. So do you guys ever care about like what's the finish and how that's going to affect the product?
Yes, it's actually a good question, because we care a lot about the aspect of the texture, etc. It's very true that in the summer when you wear black, you suffer kind of because yeah, it's going to get to be hot. but we play with a lot of different. So first we play with shades as well a bit, but most of all for the accessories, that's where the question is more in application for me, because in the product we as well have a collection, which actually is a sub collection of black, which is white, but has its own branding, social, and everything, you know. So you can just wear white, but for black, it has to be like, for example, even on the packaging, you cannot do a packaging that is in a light paper, because if you do a light paper, then when you scratch it, it will become white below, or you will see the paper fabric, etc. So you have to do something solid, so it always looks solid for when it comes to the customer, you know. But even what we play is, for example, we try to play with embroidery, to put some embroidery on the t-shirt, because it's more something we do more. It's more premium for us than any print, you know. But sometimes we cannot, because of the fact that an embroidery will not, if it's a small logo, it will not be visible, you know, because it's black on black. So then, yes, we have to use a glossy black print, you know. That's what we do. And then we're trying to, now we are working as well on some new type of printing, something that is not used to the fashion industry usually. And so we are actually in the R&D, we are a lot working on this aspect to really try some new fabric, some new texture, to see how it looks, if it reflects well, because we always trying to do a matte black overall subject with some glossy details on it, because then you can play, and all the packaging, you can see it's always going to be like this. So you can always see it on some angles, you know.
Oh yeah, without the reflection getting in the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And so here you see and it looks very slick like this. So glossy black on matte black is something that is one core aspect of the branding. And then of course there is the material, because sometimes we want to make it something more subtle. So we want to do like, for example, this can that we developed. So actually we used a pure glossy on a satin, but you cannot see very well because it's very subtle, you know. But here with the reflection you cannot see it, but there is some monogram as well on it. But it's two kind of, we play a lot with the roughness of a product, you know. So roughness is when it goes from glossy to matte black, pure matte, you know. And in between you have some nice feeling, you know, that you can play with. And that's something that we do a lot of comes and forth with the production. And for example, we did a beach ball that comes for free, you know, for the customers this summer. And this was silk. You see?
Oh, is that so? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very, very glossy. Not very. It's glossy, but in a way, it's not totally glossy like you would expect. You know, there is like a feel to it, a very soft feel of silk. So yes, we like to play a lot with the fabric, because otherwise we get boring if you do always the same. It's very easy, etc. So yes, we play with the. It comes from the packaging to the product, that we play with a lot of different. So for example, inside the packaging, we are working to make some. I don't know what you call it. You know, some bubbles to protect the product. So I'm French, so some English word
it's a bubble wrap.
Yeah, bubble wrap, something. I think it's bubble wrap, yes. And we are actually developing our own bubble wrap in black. It's still in production, because we really want to go into the last details, you know.
It's always transparent, right? Instead of black.
Yeah.
Of course. And then, oh wow, yeah. That's really cool. Yeah. It's really cool to get an insight about like the research and development, and to see how much thought is put into this, and every single detail is actually like a decision.
Exactly. And you can see here in the feed, for example, that was before we get into a real brand, you know. We were more lifestyle, so you can see the feed was more focused on the aesthetics. And then progressively we get into the brand, you know. It took some time, because I didn't raise any funds to make the brand. I didn't have anyone to help me to make it happen. I didn't have any money from family, friends, or anyone. So it really myself that started the brand alone, you know. So in the very beginning, it was all on Instagram, but I still had my other real, at the time, work, you know, that was my agency. And then I went all into Blvck, and I started to make a brand out of it because I saw that there was a demand for it, you know.
Yeah, but it's really cool because I feel like this way you have more of an organic and genuine, you know, and transparent community that is really actually engaged with that, is in love with that. So it's a really nice transition. Really,
Yeah, thank you.
I love it. So the drop is coming in 34 minutes. Everyone, make sure to check in and participate. And yeah, man, I really hope it goes well. As you said, you guys are here for the longer term. You're already looking at the next drop. You're already thinking of other projects in the NFT space. So it's really cool to see what you guys are doing, and I'm sure we're gonna have other conversations in the future.
Yeah, sure. Thanks a lot, Gian. And
thank you very much.
And I look forward to it.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Me too. And good luck. I hope this thing blows up. It's beautiful.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it a lot.
And thank you so very much for the community for watching and participating with amazing questions. Thank you, guys, and bye-bye.